Hello there, and welcome back for day 38. This week we've been talking about purpose number 5, which is evangelism. We were made for a mission. Today's topic is entitled Becoming a World-Class Christian. Mark 16 and 15 says, Jesus said to his followers, "Go everywhere in the world and tell the good news to everyone." Psalm 67 and 2. Send us around the world with the news of your saving power, Lord, for your eternal plan for all mankind. God invites you and me to participate in the greatest, largest, most diverse, and most significant cause in history, his kingdom. Nothing matters more. So, how do you think like a world-class Christian? Number one, we shift from self-centered thinking to other-centered thinking. 1 Corinthians 14 and 20 says, "My friends, stop thinking like children. Think like mature people." Philippians 2 and 4, don't think only about your own affairs, but be interested in others too. 1 Corinthians 10 and 33, I don't think about what would be good for me, but about what would be good for many people so that they might be saved. All right, so number 2, we're shifting our thinking from ourselves to others. And number 2 is shift from local thinking to global thinking. God is a global God. He has always cared about the entire world. John 3:16, Jesus said, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life." So we know from a verse that most of us learned as a little child. For a lot of us, this was our first memory verse, one of the first. And it says right there in it that he loves the entire world. So he wants us to think not just about our little part of the world where we are, but the entire world, and have a burden for his people because he does care. Acts 17:26 to 27. From one person, God made all nations who live on earth, and he decided when and where every nation would be. God has done all this so that we will look for him and reach out and find him. Acts 1 and 8 says, Jesus is speaking here. "You will tell everyone about me in Jerusalem, in all Judea, in Samaria, and everywhere in the world." In heaven, an enormous crowd of people from every race, every tribe, and every tongue will one day stand before Jesus Christ to worship him. That's Revelation 7 and 9. Prayer is the most important tool for your mission in the world. What is it that we should pray for? Pray for opportunities to witness. Colossians 4:3 says, "Pray for us that God may open a door for our message so that we may proclaim the mystery of Christ." Pray for the courage to speak up. Ephesians 6:19 to 20 in the message says, "Don't forget to pray for me. Pray that I'll know what to say and have the courage to say it at the right time, telling the mystery to one and all, the message that I am responsible for getting out." Pray for those who will believe. John 17:20 to 21, Jesus prayed, "My prayer is not for my disciples alone. I pray for those who will believe in me through their message, that all of them may be one, Father, just as you are in me and I am in you." Pray for the rapid spread of the message. Pray for more workers. Prayer makes you a partner with others around the world. Pray for the missionaries and everyone else involved in the global harvest. So yes, while we are supposed to be thinking of everywhere, we can't be everywhere, and our reach, our sphere of influence isn't necessarily for everywhere. So although we cannot be every place at every time, we should still be thinking of those people who are in other places, serving other bodies, and people who are in need. So join them in prayer. Number 3, we shift from the here and now thinking to eternal thinking. So real quick, if you remember, we're shifting from thinking of ourselves to thinking of others. We're shifting from thinking locally to thinking globally. And now we are shifting from right now, here and now thinking to eternal thinking. 2 Corinthians 4:18 says, we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen. For what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal. Matthew 6:20-21 says, Jesus said, but store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys, where thieves do not break in or steal, for where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Number 4, shift from thinking of excuses to thinking of creative ways to fulfill your commission. When Jeremiah claimed that he was too young to be a prophet, God rejected his excuse. Jeremiah 1:7-8 tells us, don't say that, the Lord replied, for you must go wherever I send you and say whatever I tell you. And don't be afraid of the people, for I will be with you and take care of you. The Great Commission is our commission, and doing your part is the secret to living a life of significance. So to recap, we want to become a world-class Christian, one by shifting from self-centeredness to being other-centered, shifting from a local mindset to a global one, praying for opportunities to witness, for the courage to speak up for those who will believe, and for those who are workers, and ask that God will raise up new workers to help carry out the task. Number 3, shift from the here and now to eternal thinking, and then shift from excuses to creative ways to do the work. And now in this information age where the internet is prevalent, there are much more creative ways available to us than there were in times before. All right, guys, so I want you to ponder on that today. I love you. God bless you. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for joining me for day 38, and I will see you tomorrow for day 39.